Just one more game, Raptor fans, before the regular season begins. Tonight, the Raptors were in Chicago taking on the Bulls at the United Center in Game 3 of the 4 preseason games of the schedule. And they beat the Bulls 106-102, and it means nothing. But for a preseason game, quite entertaining, a lot of moments we're going to talk about, and just to add fun to it, the Raptors win it. So let's break down the game real quick. We'll go quarter by quarter and then really break things down. First quarter, Raptors -2. Lots of turnovers early on. It was kind of hairy. They go to the bench, and it was Gary Trent who really turned the tides there in that third quarter, latter minute and a half of the first quarter throughout majority of the second quarter. But it wasn't his offense. Well, let me rephrase that. It wasn't his scoring. It was his playmaking. Yeah, you heard me right. Gary Trent Jr. made a massive impact off the bench with his playmaking abilities. It was beautiful. I think Gary, he ended the game with 4 assists? Let me find that off the bat. Yeah, 4 dimes for Gary. And they weren't just swing passes behind the three-point line. No, he's hitting guys, cutting to the basket. If I'm not mistaken, all 3 of them were like that. And then he had the one that off an incredibly just hard-working effort from Scottie Barnes, getting to a loose ball, getting the turnover. Scottie and, was it Pascal or OG in transition? Either way, Gary fires up the alley-oop to one of the two guys, and he throws it down. Gary Trent impressed the hell out of me today off the bench. 11, 4, and 4 off the bench, shot 4 of 10 from the field, was 3 of 6 from 3, had a couple steals in the game, and one of those steals led to getting absolutely denied by Torrey Craig. Quite an ugly one if you're a Raptor fan, but if you're a pure basketball fan, what a block. But anyways, like I mentioned off the start, not a great first quarter, but you ended it nice with the bench unit coming on and Gary taking over the playmaking. Then in the second quarter, Raptors do a job. They win at 31-26. And you're up by 3 at the end of the first half. You go in the third quarter, and you're -4. Offense gets sticky, 26-22, Chicago in the quarter, and you're down 1 heading into the fourth. And in that fourth quarter, Scottie Barnes and Pascal Siakam took over for me. But in the latter half of this ball game, it was Javon. And it was Javon Freeman Liberty, who for me only played 6 minutes. 6 minutes. Him and Gay, that's tricky. Anyways, those two guys did a great job. Javon Liberty driving down the lane, getting a couple guys at him, and then dropping it off for Gay. And another time, with 3 minutes left when the Raptors are down 1, Javon Freeman Liberty driving into the paint, kicking it to Grady Dick behind the arc, and down 1 with 3 minutes left, Grady Dick drains the 3 to put the Raptors up by 2, and they didn't look back. Really impressed by his play. Played only 6 minutes, but he had 3 points, 3 rebounds, couple assists, 1 of 2 shooting. Had a block in the game. I was really impressed with in the very, very, very limited minutes. I thought he looked very good, and the Raptors win that fourth quarter 30-25 and win it 106-102. We're not going to go through team stats because who cares? We're going through the player stats and see what happened. Chris Boucher fouled out in only 12 minutes, but you just can't be mad at him. With no Jakob Poeltl, with no Precious Achiuwa, with no Christian Koloko, he's your starting 5. Who is he going up against? Nikola Vukovic and Andre Drummond. Both of those are mismatches and a half. So he got dominated. He was just getting beaten down in the paint. So it is what it is. 3 points, 3 boards, 1 of 5 shooting for Chris Boucher. You just move on for him. Dennis Schroeder, I thought he looked solid. 12 points, 4 boards, 4 assists, 4 of 10 shooting, 3 of 4 from the line, 1 of 3 from 3, plus 7 on the floor. Made some big shots in the fourth quarter. And the co-MVPs in this game for me were Pascal Siakam and Scottie Barnes. Pascal 22, 5-0, 8 of 11 shooting, 4 of 6 from the free throw line, 2 of 5 from 3, had 3 steals. And listen to this, Scottie Barnes, 22 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 8 of 14 shooting, 4 of 4 from the line. And I love that he's taken some threes. And you know what? He's not... How many times last year did we see Scottie get the ball behind the three-point line? They're giving him space, and he's hesitating. And he looks so uncomfortable shooting the ball. He took 3 threes today. Sure, he missed one, but he looks comfortable. He looks ready. He looks confident taking his threes. So he shot 8 of 14 from the field, 4 of 4 from the line, was 2 of 3 from distance, and I believe in the last game, yes, against a very different opponent, but he was 2 of 3 from distance in that game as well. So, positive signs for Scottie Barnes, and also 2 steals and 4 blocks for Scottie B. And only 2 turnovers for Scottie Barnes in 28 minutes of work. So that's very good to see. I thought this was his best game of the preseason to this point. So far, he's impressed. But again, it's preseason, not going to get overexcited. OG Anunoby struggled offensively, but he had some big shots there in the fourth quarter. Jalen McDaniels running the floor like crazy. You know what you're going to get from him. Energy, energy, energy. 6 points, 5 boards, couple assists, 2 of 7 shooting, 2 of 3 from the free throw line, 0 of 4 from 3, however. Him and OG combined 0 for 6. But Gary, off the bench, again, only played 24 minutes, but had 11 points, 4 boards, 4 assists, 4 of 10 shooting, was 3 of 6 from distance, had a couple steals, was a plus 10 while he was on the floor. I loved what we saw from Gary Trent Jr., and you could throw him as the third star of the game if you're talking about, Scottie and Pascal being your 1-2 or 1A, 1B. Then Gary Trent's that next guy for me. I thought he looked phenomenal, and especially in that second quarter, really turning the tides at the end of the first quarter, bleeding into the second. I thought the facilitating from him, because we talked about Gary. He's a shooter, right? That's all we talk about. And he's going to get 15 points, but have no boards and no assists. 11, 4, and 4 today, and the passes were really, really nice. They're really thought out and right on the money. So great to see from Gary. Grady Dick off the bench, 16 minutes, had 7 points, couple boards in the game, 2 of 5 shooting, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 1 of 2 from 3. Great start to his evening, but struggled in the latter half other than the 3 that he did make. So, but again, not a bad game for Grady. He's just got to learn a few things like closing out on Colby White. You got to close him out. You can't allow him to take a 3 because it looked like he hesitated and kind of got out there, stopped, and then as he was in his shot, then got closer. Now, you got to contest that shot, make him adjust, whether it's a sidestep, whether it's a step back, whether he's coming in for a 2, you got to run Colby White off the 3-point line. But again, can't overreact. It's preseason basketball. Who cares? One more to go, though, Raptor fans. Finally, we'll get through this. The next game of the Toronto Raptors, the final preseason game, is on, I believe it's Friday at 7:30 at Scotiabank Arena against the Washington Wizards. It's the last preseason game before the Raptors get their season going. I think it's on Wednesday against the Minnesota Timberwolves at Scotiabank Arena at 7:30. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video, and honestly, if you enjoyed this game today, because for a preseason basketball game, lots of energy, lots of highlights, and let's be honest, watching Scottie Barnes ball out, preseason or not, it's nice to see. Hit the like button if you guys enjoyed it. The subscribe button if you guys not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game? For the Toronto Raptors, Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below. So follow up there if you've not done so already. And I'll talk to you guys Leafs edition Thursday, I believe. I believe it's Thursday because they take on the Florida Panthers in Florida. 7 o'clock puck drop there. In Sunrise, Florida. And as for the Raptors, like we talked about, they play at 7:30 on Friday night, the last preseason game before the regular season gets going. All right, so Friday, Wizards in town, last one, game before 4 of the preseason schedule. All right, so thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the game today. Talk to you guys then.